Hello YouTube, this is Billy. I finally got my OEM screw in the mail for my Stevens 20 gauge. When I bought it online, I found it on eBay, and in any event, when I bought it online, it actually said for the Stevens 12 gauge. I took the gamble that maybe it was the exact same screw, and it is. So that was really great to find out. It took a few days to get in the mail, maybe 5 or 6 days. Anyway, so this is the what I got. I actually got 2 packages. It comes with a little silver flathead and a little black flathead. The one that I ended up going with was the silver flathead. It looked more proper for the ejector pin. So for anybody this may help, this is the card that's stapled to the bag. And on the back of the card, I got the other bag over here. I can show you this one. You can see this one better. So this is what's on the back of the card, in case this helps anybody. In any event, okay, so for the reason for this video is I wanted you to know it was pretty simple to tackle this issue. Just had to wait 5 or 6 days for the screw to come in, and this is what it looks like when it's in there the right way. You have to look pretty close. If you look through the long slotted hole that's in the ejector pin, this being the ejector pin, right there under my finger, in between there, you'll see the silver flathead screw. So of course I've already got my gun back together. Sorry I didn't make a video of me actually putting it back together, but I can walk you through it. It's pretty simple, because in the other video I showed how the gun's apart in pieces. So when the gun's apart in pieces, the barrel is set aside, the pump action is set aside, the trigger assembly is set aside. So then all you've got is the basic body, this piece here. And with all that out of the way, you've got a large opening. I'm gonna shut the I'm gonna shut this real quick. Okay, so when I just engage my pump forward to get this to where, so when the trigger assembly is out of the way, you've got a pretty large hole right here. It looks super hard to do, and to my surprise, it wasn't that bad. In any event, you've got this large hole here, and with the barrel and the pump action, all that's out of the way. So this is just wide open. You can totally see in there. All this is wide open. You can totally see in there. After selecting the correct screw, which for me, I went with the silver flathead one, I actually took my little tiny flathead screwdriver and rubbed it around on a magnet to help magnetize it. That way the screw would help stay on the screwdriver. After doing that, the little bitty tiny clip, let me see here. Get this pump action back open there. Okay, sorry I had to sit you down for a second. Okay, so that little bitty tiny clip that the ejector pin slides into, I took the screw and went ahead and threaded it through that little bitty clip, and then through the bottom of the gun, through this big hole here. If I push this pump back forward, through this big hole that's right here, I just went in from the bottom here and could totally see through here, and got it to go in the hole, and went ahead and started snugging it down and swung it around in the correct position. After I got that in there, and you don't want to get too crazy on getting it really good and like crazy tight. That could lead to more trouble. So get it tight, but not terribly too tight in any event. So after you got it in there, then you take the ejector pin with the spring and feed it in this way into that tiny hole. That little tiny hole is back there. That's where that spring goes in. and that spring just is on the end of the ejector pin. You just feed it in through right here into that, okay? Now it's gonna seem like it's impossible to get that to slide into that little piece that you've already put in. But you see with this opening right here, you can stick your finger in and push the ejector pin up so that it's coming, the natural arc bow that's in the ejector pin, that's actually supposed to be there. It helps kick the shell out. In any event, so you're getting under that bow and you're pushing it up. And when you're pushing it up, basically pushing it up out right here. So it'd be, just push it up and out. And while you're doing that, keep the tip of it down and get it up and back far enough so that you can start feeding it into the little clip. And once you get it going into that little clip, you can basically just push down and release, and it will naturally find its spot. Now, what I did notice is that it looks like it's designed to have a little bit of wiggle. So I want you to know that that's, I believe that that's perfectly normal. And now that I know that this gun has somewhat of an issue, I will be keeping an eye on this little screw, and for future reference, I'll look at it every once in a while, make sure it looks like it's okay. And if the gun starts jamming, then I'll definitely know, okay, I better check that screw for sure. In any event, so yeah, it's not hard. I wanted to share this with you guys. Well, good luck. Bye.